Well, I was just walking around on this very early or February 4th evening, and I noticed that it's gotten warm again because we had a bit of a cold spell. Right now I am in Luohu, right on the edge of Luohu and Fujian, these two districts in Shenzhen. If you don't know where that is, it's right on the border, right near the border with Hong Kong. And a really good restaurant is this one over here. If you come to China, look for this chain. It's called Yoshinaya is the Japanese name, but in Chinese the name is Jiejia, which could be a play on words because it's eerily similar to the Chinese word for entrepreneur, only Jiejia, those characters right there, essentially they mean the lucky country fellow, the guy from the lucky field. It's like it conveys sort of a sense of a rural newcomer who has been lucky and is of the field. But that probably is just a phonetic rendering of the Yoshinaya. Nonetheless, okay. My building is right up there. It's $550, $560 a month, depending on the exchange rate. And as the crow flies that way is the tallest skyscraper in Shenzhen. And you can see that really it's a heavily commercialized area here. Also that Cafe Benny, both that Jiejia and that restaurant over there and this Cafe Benny are national chains, and I highly recommend going to those when you're in China because, well, financially, obviously, they can support processes that keep their hygienic act together, as it were. That is to say, hygiene is going to be much better there than at other places. You can see across the way there, I don't know if you can see, there's a Gap. There's a Gap over there. I buy lots of clothes at the Gap while in China. I've probably bought 5 or 6 different pieces of clothing there. At any rate, back to what I was saying, going to a restaurant like that is much better because there is no safety risk. I've been eating at that one off and on for about 7 months. I haven't felt any problem whatsoever. It's really tasty, it's clean, they have lots of set menus, and the prices are quite cheap as well. I'm going to quickly jump in there just to give you a sense of what you can get. It's really tasty. It's really, really tasty. Again, this area is slightly more upscale than a lot of other ones. That's why I pay so much in rent. You may think, oh, that much money, that's just too much to pay. But I'll give you a quick sense here. You can see there, it's 16 yuan, 21 yuan. Essentially, that's $3.50 for that. Right there, $3.50 US. It's very cheap. All of these are very, very cheap. You can add all sorts of things on there. The food comes really, really quickly. Look at those chopstick sanitizers. Ni hao, ni hao. Chopstick sanitizers. The people are extremely friendly. At least in this, I don't know where that comes from. A lot in most Chinese restaurants, especially up north, the customer service really is not very good at all. Oh, that's a good footnote, a sort of a segue. Customer service up in the north is much worse than it is down here. You can ask any of your Chinese friends about it. It's just a fact, absolute fact. And people are without talking about the reasons, that's just an observable, undeniable reality. Another good reason to live in the South. I've lived in the North before. I don't recommend it unless you have a special reason for being there. Now there's a foreigner. I don't know if she's Russian or what she is, but whatever. Okay. Again, I live up in that building. Normally prices are not that expensive. You got to understand, for 300 US bucks, I don't know, 250 quid, whatever it is in pounds. If you just go 20 minutes out, you know, anywhere to the north or to the northeast or northwest of here, you're automatically, everything is much, much cheaper. But like I say, I like to be able to walk out my door and have 15 or 20 different really good restaurants to choose from, which is what I get here.